Mad Church Disease, a channel that's all about current events, news, and Christian drama. A channel that's dedicated to our forgotten brothers and sisters throughout the ages. Our brothers and sisters who courageously stepped outside the safe bounds of institutional Christianity to tell the truth. A channel whose goal is to help the average person understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. So, comment, subscribe, and smash the notifications button to be a part of this channel.
Jamal Bryant exposed. This baby mama tells all on a Tasha K interview, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, we got a lot to talk about. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of preliminary work while we're waiting for everybody else to come in. You guys know it takes them a couple of minutes before they're able to get everybody in here. I need for everybody, if you're here, please make sure that you hit the like button. I got a lot of files to upload here. We got a lot of things that we're going to need to speak about. I'm going to get there in just a second. So let me upload all of these files and all of this stuff. Y'all pray for me as we get through this, because we're going to have a little bit of images, some stuff that we need to upload. Working on that right now. We got some stuff that we're going to need to talk about. Y'all know I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. Let us get prepared for where we're going. So let me put that up there. Yeah. We're going to have us a conversation this morning. So y'all better get ready. Y'all better get ready. Oh, I'm about to go here. This morning. It's going to be an interesting morning. Come on, everybody. Get y'all behinds up in here right now. Because y'all know Marcellus is not new to it. He is true to it. Y'all know I don't play these types of games with these church folks. I'm so tired. All right, everybody. Let me move this. Let me move my other screen over. Or should I leave this here? Which screen should I use? Because eventually I'm gonna have to get over there. Okay, so we'll do it like this. I'm gonna take that off, move that to the other screen. Shout out to all of you that are coming in, that are on time. Amen. We got a lot of stuff to cover. And so y'all just be patient with me, because I had to go get some timestamps of my own videos, and so that we can pull up and have a real legitimate conversation this morning. Shout out to Lynn Pearson, who is one half of the Wonder Twins. Shout out to you, Lynn. I appreciate you coming in and supporting the channel. Shout out to Stephanie. Appreciate you. Shout out to Brittany Law. Shout out to Brown Beauty. Shout out to you as well. And God knows how much I love always my dark skin and my brown beauties. Amen. All right. So anyway, let us continue. Shout out to all of y'all. 61 of y'all already in here. Oh yeah, we about to have us a real conversation now. I would prefer there be a woman on this panel with me. Honestly, because what you're going to get is, of course, going to come from a man. Okay. There is always another side to this kind of stuff, and it's normally from a female perspective. I normally like to have another woman on the panel with me when I talk about these types of issues, because I can't be but who I am, right? But I also know the history of this. I did a 3-hour live, my last video, talking about these two ninjas. And when I say two ninjas, I mean Jamal Bryant and Miss Odom. The last time I did a video about the two of them, it was over 3 hours long. And I said something in the video that she just confirmed in her Tasha K interview. Lynn, my sources be on it. She just admitted to the fact that this was done under, in her Tasha K interview, she finally admitted that she was giving him a massage. If y'all remember, for those of you that follow my channel, when I talked about this a long time ago, I told y'all that was the genesis of their relationship. But I also told you allegedly that she was fooling around with another preacher whom I named in the video and forgot I named them. Ahanto Boshoto Tai. Because I be on it and my sources be on it. Okay, anyway, But so y'all better strap in. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I got to go through this and I need to give full context to this whole story. Because both of these ninjas is really ticking me off. Shout out to all of you that are here. First of all, welcome to the Mad Church Disease channel. If you are new here, this channel is dedicated to our forgotten brothers and sisters throughout the ages who stepped out of the safe bounds of institutional Christianity to simply tell the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a church show, but this is a show about Raggedy Church. I'm going to say some things that some of you are going to maybe find uncomfortable today, but I'm going to need for you to understand. I'm going to try to do it with a great sense of balance and respect, but don't come over here playing no games because I don't play. All right. So I need for that to be understood. What's up, Constance? Good to have you with us on today. So just understand I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And my source was actually right, Lynn. I just watched a portion of my video. We're going to watch it in a second here. But I told y'all in that video from over a year or so ago that my source told me that the way that she met Jamal was by a massage. She was giving him massages. She was known to give massages. Okay, anyway, I'll get to that point in a minute. We're going to go there in a second. So you all hang on to your horses this morning, because I'm gonna have a good sense of balance with this, though. I'm gonna have a good sense of balance. Oh God, help me, Jesus, get through this, because I know some women gonna be mad at me with this live. Y'all be patient with me, ladies. Now listen, if you want to come up here, I'm gonna drop the link in a little while. I want you to push back on what I say. You do not have to agree with what I say, okay? I just know the history of this woman. I know the history of Jamal, and I know the whole paternity test and the fight with the paternity test. Trust me, I'm going to give you a difference of opinion because it's based on my knowledge and my history with talking about Jamal for the last 20 years, okay? I know things about Jamal. I've forgotten more stories than most people have told y'all. All right, so let's go here this morning. First of all, if you would like to keep up with all things Mad Church Disease, please make sure you subscribe to the email newsletter. The email newsletter is most certainly going to help you, and you're going to be able to keep up with all things Mad Church Disease. If you are supporting my channel and you want to make sure that I'm able to bring you accurate information, and you want to make sure that you're able to see some of the things here that you're not going to find anywhere else, your support on my channel is necessary, because it takes research. It takes being able to go and actually pull documents and paperwork and all sorts of things to get this information. So you all need to support the channel, and please do so. Please do so. All right. Now, so most of you may not be aware that the Mad Church Disease channel I've been dealing with Jamal Bryant for a number of years. I have talked about Jamal Bryant for a number of years. We've had to deal with Jamal Bryant for a long time. I want to say this, and I want to say it emphatically so that this is clear. I am not a fan of Jamal Bryant. I am a fan of Dr. Carrie Bryant. Let me just say that. I am a fan of Dr. Carrie Bryant. Now, let me tell you, I learned some things through the process of their engagement and their marriage announcement, and they're sitting down on podcasts and things of that nature. I learned things about Jamal that I had never known about Jamal, such as his inability to be humble. He talked about that, humility is not one of his strong points. There's a lot of things that Jamal talked about in some of these interviews with his now current wife. And I'm not going to try to keep y'all here long, but we got a long road to carry, so y'all just be patient with me. But I learned some things about Jamal. Does that mean that I am not going to hold Jamal's feet to the fire? Absolutely not. I'm going to always hold Jamal's feet to the fire when it comes to certain things, because of course he is the leader. And for those of you that are new to this channel, Jamal Bryant is the pastor of the New Birth Missionary Baptist Church there in Lithonia, Georgia, if my memory serves me correctly. He is the successor or the pastor who was brought in after Bishop Eddie Long passed away, and after millions upon millions of dollars of debt of the church being in millions of dollars of debt. Okay. I need for you all to understand and be clear about some things. You've been lied to, even with the clip that was shown on the internet. And shout out to Tasha K. Let me tell you something about, and this is another reason why I tell y'all need to respect what Tasha K does. Let me tell you something. Tasha K got a way of keeping her name out in these here streets, and I marvel at what she does. Y'all can hate all y'all want to. I marvel at what she does. Now, the funny thing is, Tasha K may not be privy to some other information and to some other things, because I heard this girl say something just in the clip that Tasha K played. I was like, now there she go lying. Now she knows she lying. She lying in this little here clip. And I'm like, okay, all right, Marcellus. All right, calm down, Marcellus. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is an interview that is being conducted, or was conducted, from Tasha K that will be premiering on Father's Day, which to me, that is not by happenstance. That is done on purpose. But let me just tell you this. I have no respect for Jamal Bryant in this situation, and I have no respect for his baby mama in this situation. To be honest with you all, the only person that I have been concerned about throughout this entire situation from day one has been their child. Okay. Many of you who follow my channel, one of the reasons why I do what I do, what's up, Dion, is because I want you all to be educated, and I want you to understand the culture of church, as well as the culture of America, the culture of what we understand in Christianity and how things are done in this country. And so I've always wanted you guys to understand things from a cultural relevance. The church has its own culture. The church most certainly has its own culture, and we need to understand that. So let me just simply say, shout out to Tasha K for getting this interview. Tasha, you was lied to, though, in this interview. The little clip I saw, this woman lied to you. Whole nother thing, but let me just go on, and I'll get there in a minute. Okay. So Tasha K sits down with this woman. She has an interview with Jamal Bryant's baby mama. Okay. And they sit down and they have this interview, and Tasha K is interviewed. Now, I want you to notice the posture of this woman, how she's sitting so comfortably with her legs crossed, with such confidence, as if she has no reason, to just be sitting there in a nervous state. I'm not even going to go as far as I could go, but you see the person, and you see how they're appearing on this platform. At one particular point, ladies and gentlemen, she begins to talk, and she begins to say all sorts of things about the nature of the relationship that she had with Jamal Bryant. Well, Miss Odom, I'm going to have some questions for you today, because you said a few things in here that some of my sources years ago revealed to me concerning you. And I don't know whether you addressed this in the full interview, because I have not seen it yet. But just in this little clip that I saw, it raised my red flag, because you admitted to something that I told my audience over a year ago about your massages and your massage business. Yeah. And then, to add insult to injury in this situation, shout out to the 170 of you guys that are here. If you guys are here, please tell me I have over 100 likes, because I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you information that you ain't going to get nowhere else. Now, that's the truth, okay? Because I've been following Jamal Bryant for years, okay? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. What really ticked me off in this situation, this woman took Jamal Bryant to court. And she took him to court after he announced his marriage to Dr. Carrie Bryant. It was through the process of when that came out, all of a sudden, this controversy started with him and her child support payments, et cetera, et cetera. I always found that to be a very interesting amount of time. I want to also tell you something else here, ladies and gentlemen, that anytime Jamal Bryant gets ready to do something, here she goes peeking her head up every time. I mean, it just amazes me. Now, what some of you don't understand is Jamal Bryant and New Birth is just about to break ground on some, I believe it's transitional housing or some housing that they are building there in Georgia. Every time Jamal makes a move, she makes a move. And she makes a move typically because she thinks or deems it necessary for her to get paid, in my opinion, a little bit more money. And, it's a very interesting situation to me personally. But what really got me today was this woman. Now I'm talking from a male perspective. Ladies, I'm going to drop this link. If y'all want to come up here and cuss me out and say I don't know what I'm talking about, I give y'all room today because the only thing I can give y'all is the history of what I have researched, what I have found about him and her. And neither one of these ninjas is credible. She ain't credible. Be careful and understand what I'm saying. And this nigga ain't credible. You understand what I'm saying? Neither one of these niggas is credible. And I'm going to say it again. He ain't credible and she ain't credible. Now, the sad part about this whole situation, and of course, Jamal's a loser. And that's not she's a loser too. She's a loser too. And I'm just going to say it, and I'm sorry, because some of you don't know the history of this stuff. So sit back and don't start hopping and don't jump all bad yet on me in this here chat, because I promise you today, it'll be a day it gets set off over here, because I know the whole history between these jokers, because I done got some behind the scenes information and some stuff that I told y'all years ago that you didn't even know. And she just admitted on this Tasha K interview that she met him through massages. Well, okay. You met him on MySpace, huh? Okay. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Let me calm down, because Lord have mercy. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So she goes on to this podcast, y'all, and she says a whole bunch of stuff. But what really kills me is she brings her and Jamal's son on this here screen. From the genesis of this situation, I have told y'all the only person that I am concerned about in this situation is Jamal's son. For those of you that have followed my channel, y'all know anything about me. Y'all know how I am when it comes to kids in this situation. But I also taught you all over here on this channel about church culture. Okay. I don't stray away from church culture. Preachers have a way of moving throughout the world. I don't agree with it. I don't like it, but I try to explain it to you, because if you are not from the church culture, you don't understand why these men behave the way that they behave, especially when it comes to their children. Most of the time, when a preacher makes a baby with a woman that he deems to be not valuable, she's valuable enough to sleep with, but she's not valuable enough to remain with, because we have something in the kingdom of God called temple whores. Now, this got me into trouble the last time, so hold on to your hats, because I can only be honest. Somebody said, Marcellus, what is a temple whore? A temple whore is, I shouldn't even say this now because I think I explained it in the previous video. Let me go ahead and bring up my video, because I talked about this a while ago, and I told you guys back in those days who she was, what she was about, and I gave y'all the 411 on this chick, right? So let me go ahead and bring up my own video. I'm going to bring up my own. Okay, we're going to bring up my own video. Y'all give me a minute. I got to go back to the 17-minute mark of this video. Was it the 17-minute mark? Let me see. Where's our first mark that we got to start? 9 minutes. Okay. So what y'all may not be aware of is that this woman and Jamal Bryant have been going through a whole custody situation. She took Jamal Bryant's behind back to court because she wanted more money. When he decided to marry Dr. Carrie Bryant, she got upset. She took, when do you need to tell me? Is it about this situation or something else? Daryl, you want to send me a message? Just text me because I got my phone in front of me. They had a whole custody battle, whole custody thing going on, right? And with this whole custody thing going on, it's about this situation. Oh, shucks. It's about this situation. Oh, shucks. Well, Daryl, I'm willing to listen. Before I get into this thing, because you know me, I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. I will tell you the truth about all of this. All right, Daryl, let me drop the link. You're welcome to come up and just take your time, sir. And ladies, I'm so serious, you all. If you disagree with anything I say, I promise you, this is going to be the day where you're going to be allowed to come up here and tell me off. Because I realize all you're going to get from me is testosterone. That's all you're going to get. You're going to get the unmitigated truth of this whole matter. She ain't no good and he ain't no good either. I'm just telling you that. But at the end of the day, the child is supposed to be the central focus. And I'll be honest with you, nobody in this situation is worried about no child. She can sit up there and play this game like she's so super concerned about her child. She's full of malarkey. She lied to the court. Oh my God, I don't even have time. Marcellus, put the link down there. Here, Daryl. This is for Daryl Moore. Daryl Moore, hit the link. You hit the link. Because you know me, Daryl, I mess around and jump the rafters off of this here thing. The link has been dropped for Daryl, the cigar vlogger Moore. Go on, Daryl. Hit you, and you better hit the link fast because I'm about to play my first clip of the day. Because we got a road to carry. We 22 minutes in and I'm already hot. I'm already hot. All right, Daryl Moore. What's up, bro?
What's going on? I'm gonna be real quick because I'm out driving. How old did she say this boy was?
I don't know what she said on the interview, but
how many kids she say she got?
I don't even know I don't know what she said in this interview because they just put the clip up. I don't have the total interview yet.
That little clip is of a small boy, right?
Yes.
Okay. I moved to New York in 2011. And then I moved from there to here 2014.
Mm-hmm.
She had a baby before I left, either right before I left Atlanta or right as I was getting to New York. So somebody lying because the child that she had should be almost 20 years old.
Well, wait a minute. Here is the paternity test on the screen. I tell you, I'm not new to it. I'm true to it.
It says he's the dad.
Yes. If I remember correctly, he signed this on August the 10th of 2015 when the baby was very, very small. So it's 2015 is when he signed the document to admit to the paternity. So 15 up until 26.
Okay, so yeah, that making sense. Because see, I'm like, wait a minute. Cause I remember when she was pregnant, and because I worked with her in the film industry in Atlanta, I remember when she was pregnant. I remember she went back to California for a minute, and then she came back to Atlanta. The next thing I know, she got real religious, and she was doing massages at these church conventions. Because I didn't know who the daddy was at the time, but let's say I'm gonna try. How can I politically correctly say this? She was out there.
Of course she was, because she was just like that long back salamander that we had over here.
She was worse than that.
I know, but hold up. See, most people don't know that, but my source told me remember when I did my video that I'm about to pull up from over a year or so ago, the source told me that she was going to them conventions just like that salamander was, giving these massages. She just admitted in this Tasha K interview that she was giving him quote unquote massages. So my source was correct. And now she's finally admitted to the fact that how she met him was through a massage. But then in the little clip, Daryl, she says, oh, he came for a massage, and the next thing I know, he was naked and his clothes came off and we was having sex. What? I've gone to get several massages. I've never been clothed when I've got my massages, just so you know. Clothes
you're naked under a towel or a sheet.
Yeah. Now, the clothes don't come off while the massage is taking place. The clothes have already come off. So the way that she worded that, even in her little clip, but this also lets me know that this girl is mentally off, because if people realize when she went to
off, brother, she ain't off. She's slick as baby oil.
Well, she thinks she's slick, but here's the thing, Daryl. Even when she went to the court hearing, she talking about her kid had behavioral issues and she was asking for more money. Jamal just gave her what she asked for, and she still wasn't happy or satisfied.
Okay, let me put into perspective what you talk.
Okay,
the person you're talking about. When we were auditioning and stuff, there was this producer that came from California. And she said out of her mouth, and not to me, but in the circle where we were sitting, waiting to go in and audition, she said, I'm going to get this job if I have to fuck my way to getting it. So she puts herself in circles with men who are of influence, whether it be, a connection or... So this ain't nothing new. So, but he could have kept his penis in his pants.
Correct.
So ain't gonna be it's 50-50. She had an agenda and he had an agenda, and a baby got produced.
Correct. And that's why I say he's not getting off the hook as far as I'm concerned, and neither is she. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that's important is this kid. Now, Daryl, I did a video a while back. I went through this entire thing. I told these people who she was. I told them who he was, the whole breakdown. I told them about her past, blah, 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 blah. I don't have to go to nobody else's video, ladies and gentlemen. It's on my channel. Let me bring up my own video. Now, Daryl, I don't know if there's something else you want to add to this.
No, I'm about to go back down because I'm running some errands. But yeah, I was like, I was sitting there counting on my fingers like I was in second grade. I said, wait a minute, I remember when this woman was pregnant, because I was either leaving Atlanta to go to New York or I just got New York. So I'm like, wait a minute, this boy looks real small and young. And I was like, wait a minute, who she had a baby with? He should have been a teenager or darn near close to it. That's why because he acknowledged that he was a father in 2015. This boy was born before 2015.
Right. This guy, right. No, he was a baby. If you look at the picture of the paternity test, when the paternity test was taken, she was holding the baby in the picture, right? So he had just been born. He wasn't that old. So he was brand new. It was signed August the 10th of 2015. This is why I do homework and research. You can see him and you can see her on the paternity test, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. So let's get into it. Let me take them through this little history lesson, Daryl. And then
all right,
I'm going to get up off of here. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for me getting so passionate about this. It's the only reason why I'm passionate about this is because I know he lying and she lying. Both of them is lying, and I can't stand it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and let me. I don't know if I need to remove you, Daryl. Let me see. I'll remove Daryl. So let me do this. Let me share my screen with y'all. Here we go. This is from the Mad Church Disease channel. This is my own material. Okay. And so forth. Now, Dion, unless you about to give me a different, what's up? You need to hold on because I'm good. I ain't even got started. And don't come up here just yet. I know you. So get calm. Don't go yet. You take off in a little bit. All right. So you hold on and let me get through this. All right. So
yes,
here we go. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. Can I bring this up full screen? Yes. Oh man, is that gonna show up properly? Get that off of there. Get that off of there. I don't know what that is. What is that? Okay, there we go. All right, y'all. Y'all hang on, cause this gonna be a whole mess right here. All right, here we go, y'all. Y'all be patient, cause we got a road to travel situation. Cause I wanted to get a female's perspective on something, and she kind of helped me out. And cause I just called my sister, Marjorie came up on this live, so there was a woman on this live. Cause I always ask women to come up to give me a different perspective. So, ladies, the link has been dropped and pinned, and so I'm not trying to it's been dropped and pinned. We're going to talk about that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems that Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant, one of his baby mamas, has gone to court and finally landed in court to get some kind of child support adjustment. We are going to watch the court case here. We're going to go over it. Oh, yes, I'm going to give some commentary to this. Oh, yes, I am. Anybody who knows me, y'all know I love court TV. I like Law and Crime. I like Lawyer Mike. These are some YouTube channels that I watch. I watch court dramas and real court situations almost on a daily basis. I have been glued to the YSL case for the last, 7 months, 6-7 months. So trust me, I'm not new to this. I'm true to it. But in this particular instance, and let me slow down because I got a lot of stuff to talk to y'all about. So there's a couple things. Now, I do not believe that a man who has a child should abandon his child, not spend time with his child. I am not that dude. I don't care if you don't like the baby mama. I don't care if you don't like your ex-wife. I don't care who it is that you attached to, that you done made this baby with. You have a responsibility to be in your child's life, period. There is no excuse for it whatsoever, okay? So, and I'm laying this foundation so that you ladies and everybody in this chat, y'all understand where I'm coming from. But this situation, oh, no, Moni. No. You're going to get to see the whole thing. It's 51 minutes long, and we're going to go through it today, and we're going to give some commentary. Edaba Shataba, because I need to, and I'm not going through this whole thing. I've got time stamps for us. I'm going to move us along quickly, but this is the first section of what we covered. Talk, and I'm going to tell y'all some stuff here in a minute. Now, if you follow this channel, I have told you guys about this woman before. I told you, and I'm just going to do this for the sake of being who I am. I told y'all I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. If y'all remember, I showed you guys a long time ago the paternity test between Latanya Odom and Jamal Bryant. What you see on your screen right now is the actual paternity test. Now, it took, and a lot of vloggers are not going to give you what I'm giving you, and this is what separates me from a lot of these other vloggers, is because I typically do a lot of research when I have the time to do the research, okay? And I just want to simply tell you, this is another reason why you need to support the Mad Church Disease channel, because when things come up like this, I can do research and I will have the time to pull the stuff that I need to pull in order to give you the whole entire picture. Okay. All right. So I'm just putting it out there, or that's how things like this come to be. And that's how you're able to learn a lot more when it comes to these types of stories. And yes, that's a shameless plug. You need to support the channel, and you also need to purchase a membership because it helps to sustain the channel. But anyway, here is the paternity test. All right. Now, from my research and me doing the background on this story a long time ago, and I done told you guys this story a long time ago. I told y'all I done forgot more stories than most folks even remember. So let me tell you this. This woman had to chase Jamal down for Jamal to admit to even being this child's father. But in retrospect, when I understand the dynamics and when I talked to people and found out how the two of these people got together, it sort of gave me a better understanding of why he had the mentality that he had. Now, allegedly, and I'm going to say this allegedly because I have not spoken with Miss Odom, and I have not gotten to this to be the case or not. But apparently I am being told and was informed that that the way that these two individuals met was that Miss Odom was doing what the salamander was doing. And if y'all don't know who the salamander is, don't worry. If you've been around me and Daryl Moore's channel for a while, you know that a lot of these women go to these preachers conventions and they give massages in these preacher conventions. And what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? I told y'all this a long time ago. She just told me, oh, I met him on MySpace and I gave him a massage. Okay. All right, Miss Odom. And apparently, what I was told allegedly that their encounter started from a massage situation. Now, whether or not that's true or not, I don't know. But I'm just giving you guys the information that was given to me. But I was also told by another preacher that this same woman was involved with another preacher by the name of Brian Carn. That's why I said. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? And I done tried to tell y'all that they pass these women around. And some of these women are what I refer to as temple temple whores. I refer to them as temple whores. Now, somebody said, what is a temple whore? Let me tell you what a temple whore is. A temple whore is a woman who specifically likes sleeping with preachers, pastors, prophets, apostles, deacons, elders, and the men of God that's in the church. In the words of my good friend Dawson Speaks, take a breath. Take a breath, okay? And all of this is going on in the Lord's church. No, that's what my friend, that's what Dawson says. I can never say that like Dawson, but it tickles me every time he says. But anyway, so Jamal, this woman had to chase Jamal down in order to take this paternity test, okay? And but we have a long road to travel today, but I want to just tell you that. All right, that's the foundation, okay? How they met, right? I'm trying to give you some history and some understanding. Now we're gonna move over into, where do I want to go? Y'all want to go to, I know, right, in the Lord's church. Let me see where I want to go. Let's go over here to the 17-minute mark. Let's go to the 17-minute mark because we almost at the 17-minute mark anyway. But they're gonna start with the court hearing, and they're gonna start talking about this court hearing. I don't want to go through this whole thing with y'all. I'm honestly don't want to do it. The video, I'll link to the video in the description. It is on the channel, and I'll also drop it in here for y'all in a second. Let me see where I want to go. Because this lady had all kinds of issues going on. Do I really need to go through this whole thing again, Lynn? Y'all, I don't, because y'all know I'm not feeling it. Daryl Moore, you might want to come back up and tell me what you just said if you don't mind. I know you don't care about sharing that in the public. But yeah. How do I want to take this? Because my friend Marjorie came up. This show was over 3 hours long, y'all. We gave y'all the whole history of her, him, and the whole situation. I don't want to rehash this whole thing. Maybe I need to rerun this show tonight or something. Do like a rerun. I don't know. If y'all want me to rerun this tonight, y'all support the channel and I'll rerun this whole live tonight. So y'all can come back later if y'all want to watch the whole thing, or you can just watch the one that's already on the channel. Okay. Where do I want to go with this? Because there's so much information. Okay. Of course she is. Of course she is. Of course she is. Of course she is. And I hate to say it but you know, people are going to think it's just me just saying it because he's a man and I'm a man. And, you know, because they always think we just hating on these women. And I'm not hating on her. I'm just telling you, this lady has a pattern of behavior. Do you all know she went to court? This real talk. The last time they went to court to the custody and the money stuff, she asked for her child support to be increased Do you know Jamal Bryant didn't even contest it? He just gave her what she asked for, and this woman still wasn't satisfied. She told Tasha K and them on this clip that the last payments that she's received was $93. Well, if you go back to the video that I have, you will see that the reason why she says the last payment or why she always claims she's not getting paid is because, first of all, she doesn't understand how the child support system runs. Okay. She doesn't understand that because of the way that the money is paid into the system, and that was clearly shown in court. This lady is a mess. And I'm not saying that Jamal Bryant is perfect, because he should have never did this crap in the first place, but he's getting what he deserves. I'm sorry, he's getting what he deserves. And Lori say rerun it. All right, Lori, tonight I'll rerun this whole video for y'all. Y'all listen to me. This is one of the reasons why I hate social media, because you could come out here and say stuff, and most people who don't know the history of stuff will just fall into the trap. Thank you, Lori Coleman, for your support, of just believing what you say. You know what I'm saying? And let me just be frank with you. And what really got me, she says, oh, well, he had sex with me without a condom. Like, it's his sole responsibility to make sure that they use protection. Say what now? You both adults. What do you mean he didn't use no protection? You didn't use none either. Well, what? The both of you were stupid. The both of you were dumb. And because the both of you were dumb, you standing up on a national platform trying to convince the world, woe is me, because now I got this child, because both of you made bad decisions. And I do mean both of you made bad decisions. All right, I'm going to go through some of these clips. I'm going to have to, because my soul ain't going to be satisfied until I do. Oh my God. Both of them. I ain't lying. Both of them is goofballs. They lames for this. You feel me? They lames for this. Both of them. Here we go. Where we at? 17 minutes. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just sick of it. And to be honest with you, can I just take a moment here and tell y'all something? You do know the culture of church. When you have a baby by a preacher, and he might be a preacher. Well, let me just put it this way. If you have a baby by a preacher and you're not married to him, guess what? He 9 times out of 10 is not going to claim your kid. Y'all do know that, right? If you don't know that, let me hit you to the church culture. Because preachers never claim their Ishmael. They only claim their Isaacs. Okay. Don't get mad at the messenger. I'm just here to tell you that's typically what happens. In order for a man to accept his Ishmael, that man has to be a man who is humble, who has some level of humility, who understands what's going on with his life and the mistakes that he made. And that is a person that I can honestly tell you that's probably gone to God and asked for forgiveness. Jamal and these people done clearly told you who they are. Jamal said he don't have a humble bone in his body. He said it out of his own mouth. I heard him say it. So the expectation for you to think you're going to get something from a jump off, because let's just call this what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's a jump off. It's a straight up jump off. And we have to be honest about it. And the sad part about this that really ticks me off is most of you don't know the history of him or her. This ain't his first rodeo. This ain't his first kid. This ain't her first rodeo either. Daryl Moore, you need to come back up here and tell these people what you told me. Oh, don't be scared. I'm just saying, thank you for coming up here, because I'm going to need a female's perspective. I have a woman to push back on what I say. Listen here. These are two hoes that met up. They did what they did. A baby came out of it. And now the baby is the one who is taking the brunt of abuse from both of these buttholes.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to begin with this one, Marcellus, because let me tell you, and thank you for having me up, because I was debating, should I even say anything?
Please, because I love when y'all come up. If y'all don't come up, it's just me, and I'm just the guy. I'm just a man, and they're going to be saying, you said it because you a man, and she's a woman. It's like, I want you to push back, because all you can get from me is my perspective. Go ahead.
Yeah, here's the thing. I cannot push back, and here's why. I have a multitude of different backgrounds on this situation because one, I was a legal assistant for 12 years in my former life. I like to say
Gotcha.
I was a legal assistant for 12 years. I've worked in law firms where they handle family law issues, and I have seen situations like this on a multitude of occasions where a woman is just being vindictive because it was a one-time situation, a hit it and quit it, if you will. And the man, they were not ever in a relationship, but it resulted in a child. And
Right.
so every single opportunity that they have to bring this situation to court because the man is in a new relationship, he's married, whatever, to try to just pretty much wreak havoc on the man's life because the man is no longer well, they were never even really with them, but they're not in
Correct.
a relationship with them and they've moved on. And I'm and by no means am I sitting here championing
Right.
Pastor Jamal Bryant, okay?
Neither one of us, because I
Neither
can't
one of us
stand the ninja, and I know y'all don't like him either. So let's just keep it a buck.
So I'm not a fangirl, I'm not a parishioner, I'm not none of those things. I don't even follow him, okay? But I've seen situations like this in the past when it comes to, you know, predicaments like this. So especially if the man is a successful person, and we have to be honest, it's his business for him. He is
Correct.
a successful preacher. He is very public. He's a public figure. He's got all of these different things. So if there's any way that she could disparage his character even more, because it's like, shit, we already, excuse my language, you already know he's got
Exactly.
a lot of issues, she's willing to do that. But two, like I said, I was a legal assistant for 12 years. I left the legal field to go into the wellness and beauty industry. The first thing I went into before I became a licensed esthetician was a licensed massage therapist. I went to school for it. I worked in doctors' offices and chiropractors' offices, and it is extremely hard work. And when I learned, because I was extremely naive, when I learned that there were people that were using massage as a cover and a guise for doing other things, I was
Mm,
highly offended.
mm,
And nothing that I've ever worked in was, you know, remotely close to any of those things.
right.
But when I learned that people were doing things like that, I said, you know what? I don't even really want to be in this industry anymore. Like it. So to hear this woman say she was hired by him to be, you know, his massage therapist or whatever, I'm like, see, it's like the that give the industry a bad name because you knew what you were there for. He knew what he called you for. So stop using this cover of a massage because you was giving this man a religious rub down
Right.
and then, you know, and getting his rocks off. There's nothing professional about that whatsoever. Okay?
Listen, I am. This woman done annoyed me and Jamal, but the both of them done annoyed me. What's up, Pouncy? Check your microphone. Make sure you're good. Can you say something?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. And welcome to the platform. I'm gonna let you speak before I go because I be talking way too much. Go ahead, Pouncy.
Yeah, I'm
Uh-oh, Pouncy. Pouncy. Being beautifully honest, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Pouncy, we can't hear you. You might have to go out and come back in. Oh, she's probably talking. Oh man.
Yeah, she may have to go out and come back in.
Okay. Let me tell y'all something. I don't even want to play this video, as y'all can already tell, because I already know the history, and it's frustrating for me to listen at these people come out here on this here social media and be saying all of this foolishness. Let me just say this. Let me give you the couple of highlights. Jamal was running from this woman for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to avoid her at all costs. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I feel like that probably produced in her a lot of anger and vitriolic nature because here's a man that she slept with and made a baby, and this preacher was like, feet don't fail me now. He was like, I'm just saying now. He was like, I don't want nothing to do with her.
Running
Now
for his life.
he was running for his life, and he wasn't tied yet. I promise you. And Dion, you need to work on your mic because you spinning, brother. I don't know what's going on over there. You might want to fix that. And I'm trying to bring you up when you come because I know Dion gonna lamb blast Jamal. He came up here to lamb blast Jamal. Here's the thing. Here's Pouncy. Pouncy, I'm gonna let you talk. Let me hush.
And so I kind of got like booted out a little bit. But yeah, I was like, I mean, isn't that like technically pay for play? So shouldn't they both be like in prison somewhere? Like I feel like she was so busy trying to make him look bad, which he can do all by himself, that she made both of them look crazy.
Yeah. And I have to tell you all, it is the most frustrating thing to know the history of this. And for either one of these two people to be trying to pretend like they were taken advantage of,
Right.
or they've been mistreated in any way. The only person in this situation who has been mistreated is that child. And I want you all to hear me and hear me well. Both of them are horrible people, the mama and the daddy. And this is another way, and I'm sorry to say it. This is why I don't be feeling sorry for some of these people who make these children, and I be feeling so sorry for the kids because you got a crappy mama and a crappy daddy, and you're caught in the middle. And this is why I have such a heart for children who are in these types of situations with parents who cannot be mature. Because if you look at the two people that are he on one side, he's denying the kid and won't have nothing to do with the kid, and then here she go over here using the kid. Well, Dion, we can't see you. Can you say something? You pitch black dark. Oh no, Dion, fix your stuff, Dion. You might have to go out and come back in. I'm pissed because at the end of the day, this ain't about Jamal and this ain't about her. This is about the kid. And then why would you parade your child up on Tasha K's platform like that? That is disgusting to me. Do you know why that is disgusting to me, ladies and gentlemen? She went to court telling the judge that the kid had behavioral health issues and he had health issues and cognitive issues. And you're going to drag your son to one of the largest black platforms on the internet. And you think that, what does she think? That we're just supposed to think, oh, woe is me.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And here's the other thing I wanted to point out where it involves my legal assistant experience with the family courts. Something that I don't know her entire situation, but when you are getting child support and it's going through the court system, if you're getting any type of support, whether it's Medicaid, whether it is food stamps, financial support assistance and different things like that, they deduct from the child support that's received. They deduct.
Now, well, you all do realize that when she got pregnant and stuff, and she started moving all across the country, didn't want to give access to Jamal. Now she claims Jamal never did want to see the kid, but if y'all go listen to the court, she kept moving around. And her excuse for the moving around was, oh, I did that because his henchmen were after me. Now that could have been possible because I do know that these preachers these preachers are pimps. Some of them, I ain't lying. Y'all, when y'all hear me say that, y'all be thinking I'm joking and stuff. Some of these preachers will send people after you. You better hear me and hear me well.
Exactly.
At one point in the case, she said that somebody from Jamal's camp took the hinges off her door. Allegedly, that's what she claimed.
Yeah, I remember she said that. And hey, like you said, it's possible.
It is possible.
Yeah, but coming out here to talk about the money part, like there's a huge possibility that she's getting other assistance and they're deducting from the child support that is being paid. So if she said she only got $90, whatever, that's because of the other, subsidies she's receiving.
Because let me tell you, ever since she got with Jamal, from what I saw in the court case, and you guys will watch the repeat later tonight, listen to me, because I'm gonna have to edit a little bit just so that YouTube views it as new content. You got to produce it a certain way. Y'all listen to me very carefully. When she got with Jamal and after she had this baby, all of a sudden she didn't have no more job.
Okay.
I lost my job. I can't find no job. I can't get no work. So, and she literally said this in the court. And I didn't remember this until I went over this video this morning to get these timestamps. She told the judge in the case, well, I ain't got no job, so he should give me more money.
Wow.
I said, what? That's your job as a parent, is to keep yourself gainfully employed. Why? Because you had a baby with Jamal Bryant, you don't think you're supposed to have a job?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That thing twisted me all up inside, and I'm just like, okay, you're also doing the young man a disservice. And I don't care what none of y'all say. At the end of the day, this is about him, not them. And Jamal should be sick. Jamal should be. Oh Lord Jesus, help me.
I'm sorry. That picture, Jamal just looks so pitiful in that picture that they showed.
Well, he looked goofy, because that's what they all look like when they get
Right.
caught. They look goofy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, should Jamal be held accountable for not dealing with his son? Yes. But I will say this, ladies, y'all gonna get so mad at me. I know some dudes who will forego seeing their child because they can't stand you.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. And some of these women have put themselves in a position. Listen, there's no excuse, Jamal. And let me just get this out here. There's no excuse, Jamal. You can arrange for the court to meet up with your baby mama, a court appointed person, pick up your kid and bring your kid to you if you don't want to have anything to do with this woman. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Jamal has made it very clear he don't want to have nothing to do with this woman. They have not even been in the same room since she took him to that surprise visit where he said Jamal just stared at the kid. Of course, because you took him to a situation where it was an uncompromising situation, allegedly. Let me just say that. Even though you admitted it on this interview that you took him and he just stared at him, because the way that you handled the situation was garbage, and it was tacky, and it was, I dare I say, ghetto. And I hate to use that language, but it was ghetto.
Use it. This is not to compare, and I'm definitely not trying to compare her son to an animal, but the emotional marketing where the SPCA uses the dogs that are like chained up
in
outside.
the arms of an angel,
Right.
I be looking at them commercials, be like, oh, because I love animals. I be
love
like,
it
oh,
too. I hate the channel. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna get me with that one. But she's using that boy for the emotions. You know what I mean? And so I don't know if it's to gain more followers on her social media, because I'm not even sure if she has it. I don't know if it's to, try to tug on the heartstrings to get people to go after Jamal Bryant so they can make him give her more money. What, I don't know, but it's the emotional marketing for me, because she knew that she was going to get a lot of, views going on the Tasha K platform to
absolutely
expose him. Yeah.
Absolutely. And to be honest with you, what you're saying, and I'm coming to you, Pouncy, what you're saying is, if you go listen to the court case, I can only refer to the information and the stuff that's out there. I'm not giving you what I heard. I'm giving you what I know. You listen to me carefully. She asked Jamal Bryant for more money. Guess what Jamal said? Whatever she want, give it to her. He gave it to her.
Yeah.
He gave it to her.
Yeah.
The only difference was she wanted Jamal to show up in court, and Jamal said, bump that. I'm not showing up to no court.
I'm on my honeymoon.
Right. I'm on my honeymoon. I'm out with my wife. I done gave you what you asked for.
Yeah.
Why do you even need me to be present? Let me tell you why I feel like she wants Jamal to be present. She wants to lock eyes with Jamal. She wants to be in the same orbit and space as Jamal. She wants to be in Jamal's orbit. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you, certain men of a certain means, when you have pushed them to their breaking point, to the point that they don't want to deal with you, period, they will never lock eyes with you again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've seen so much when I was in the legal field. And so when I tell you, it resonates with me so much. And some people, they're just going to be on the emotional side of it and say, well, I don't care what happens. The man, he need to be in the baby's life or whatever. But they don't know that there are definitely some women who make it extremely difficult for a man to do just that. So some of them are just like, look, I'll pay the money, but in terms of having a relationship, I guess I'm not going to see the kid until they turn 18, because she's just made it that hard for me to be in their life.
I'm going to give you a perfect example of what I mean. When I watched the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial, Amber Heard was bothering Johnny Depp so bad that Johnny Depp got to the point to where he told his wife When they broke up, he said, I will never be in the same room with you, or I will never look into your eyes again. He told her that. The whole time this woman was on the stand testifying, and the whole time they was in the court, do y'all not know that Johnny Depp never looked at her one time?
I heard about that.
Because that is the resolve that the man came to. He said, you know what? Because of the things that you are doing and that you are saying and the type of vile individual you are, I will never lock eyes with you again. And that man never looked at her, even when she was sitting in front of him testifying. He was looking down. He was looking around. I said, oh, he meant that thing. And see, some people need to understand you can push a person to the point to where, listen, if somebody tells you something, you need to adhere or listen at least to what they're trying to tell you. Because sometimes you can take a person to the bridge of never coming back.
Yeah.
And even at the and which is really what bothers me. Lord, help me. Lord, help me. Because Jamal, in my opinion, God, help me, help me, help me, help me.
Help them, Lord.
You done laid your son on the altar of your hoe's bad behavior.
Wow.
Because it's your hoe. This one, your hoes. You done laid your son on the altar of her behavior, and you are sacrificing him because of the bad decisions that both of you made.
Absolutely.
And this is the part that pisses me off to no end. And this is when I get to cussing and fussing and I have to catch myself because I get really upset. And you want to talk about a mad church disease. Now I'm really mad because niggas, who do you all think you are? At the end of the day, it is not about you two. It is about the kid. It is about the child. It's not about you. And listen, Pouncey, I don't know, Pouncey, why does this woman think to keep harassing the man is sooner or later going to bring him into her orbit? Do she not knowing she's doing more damage every couple of years when she does this? Does she not know that?
Some people, their elevator don't go all the way to the top level, and then they care more about themselves than they do the children that they bring into this world. And it's sad. Yeah, it was very heartbreaking whenever I saw that young child that they brought him on there
That's
to use
disgusting.
that. Yeah, I thought that was very heartbreaking, and like you said, that made me very angry too, because there are women out here who they may have been in a relationship, maybe things didn't work out, they're trying to do the best they can at their own expense, and there are fathers who just don't want to be involved just because they don't want to, but they're overshadowed by the women like her who are doing this kind of stuff, just making it hard for the child and for the guy to even be in the same vicinity, and it's very, very heartbreaking. Like you said, they are each other's consequences.
Absolutely. And she admitted to the fact that she knew Jamal was going through a divorce when she started this sexual relationship with him. In the little 1 minute clip that Tasha K put out there, shout out to Tasha K. Because you know what I'm saying? Tasha K listen, I keep trying to tell y'all, we need to learn from Tasha K. Tasha K name be out in these here streets. But anyway, shout out to Tasha K. This woman admitted in the interview that she knew he was married.
Yeah. You know, let me tell you a quick one, because when I was in the legal field, there was this guy. He found out he was the father through process of elimination because the woman had, I guess, multiple people tested, and he just happened to be the one. So he got an attorney. And long story short, this was for a child support situation, but then he was like, well, I want to get to know the child, so I would like to, facilitate a relationship. And he reached out to the firm, throughout the process, because he was like, well, she's not wanting me to come and pick up the child unless I come alone. She did not want my wife to be there. And he's like, I never was even in a relationship with her. It was a one-time thing. So she didn't even know who the father was until DNA said, you are the father. It just happened to be one of those situations. And this woman was so vindictive. She did not want him to come and pick up the child unless his wife was not there. So that reminds me of this person, this woman. That type of mentality. You don't care about the child. It's about you.
Because you can't be with the man.
Yeah.
You want to punish the child because the whole thing is you got to have Jamal in your space and in your orbit. You've got to have Jamal to talk to you. You want so desperately for Jamal Bryant to give you some semblance of attention. You need attention from this man so bad to validate you as a woman, as a person, and whatever. And don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, Jamal Bryant is a piece of garbage for this.
Right.
I don't want nobody to think I'm standing up for no damn Jamal Bryant. And I want to be clear about that. He is a scumbag of scumbags. And I don't even know how to say it any worse. Now, I done told y'all he's my Instagram pastor because him and Dr. Carrie Bryant be stunning for the gram. And I love all the pictures. You understand what I'm saying? I like the pictures, but let me be clear. He is a scumbag. And can you imagine being Carrie Bryant and now all of a sudden your husband's exes and hoes keeps all being paraded all around the internet? Because darn well this is going to cross her path at some point.
Oh, yeah. And I'm quite sure that stunting on the gram is something that was getting under her skin. So she was like, oh, let me see if I can sit down with Tasha K so I can get on.
This whole thing is disgusting to me.
Yeah.
This whole thing is disgusting. Not the interview. I want to be clear.
Right.
Shout out to Tasha K. Like I keep trying to tell you, Tasha K, to me,
she's just doing her job.
Yeah, y'all better learn how to give Tasha K some respect, because let me tell you something. Tasha K got a way that's mighty sweet. Because she keeps her name out here. I ain't lying. I want to show you all, for me, what is disgusting. This is disgusting.
Yeah.
This right here is disgusting.
Yeah.
That child is a child. He does not have a say in the matter about being drugged on a camera, on a screen. Can you imagine when he becomes an adult and he can start thinking for himself and thinking and formulating opinions about his mother and father, and you done bought him up on a screen? That to me is disgusting. This part right here is disgusting. Now, speaking of disgusting, let me just also remind you about this douchebag, Jamal Bryant. This is the same man that told the whole world that this was going to be his last leading lady. Anybody remember this one?
Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah, whenever he had brought her on there, I felt bad for her because I feel like he's the reason why she doesn't want to associate with like the church and pastors no more. I could be wrong, but I feel like he's.
But you're correct, because as soon as they broke up, she said, "I'm done with it." Oh my, there goes my shirt up over my head. Come on, y'all remember? Oh my, y'all know that tweeted was tweedling. I'm just saying. And I told y'all on this channel that stupid preacher show wasn't going to work. There's a video right on this channel. If you go back from years ago that I put up, I told you that stupid show was going to fail. And where is it now? Gone. Y'all better learn. Y'all better learn how to listen to the Mad Church Disease channel, because I told you them ninjas didn't know what they were doing and they had no business having no show. Coming out there with them Easter suits on, talking about, oh yeah, this is a show with John Gray. Oh, and trust me, John Gray is back in the news again. I'll be dealing with him later.
Oh Lord.
It's the same cast of characters. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. Honestly, this is why I said I can't wait for Brian Carn to go to jail. So at least we get a 9-month break. I'm hoping. We need a 9-month reprieve. I just want him to go to jail so I can get a break. I'm so serious. Y'all think I'm joking. I'm so serious. Just give me a break. But there's so many things and dynamics to this. Inside of this case, ladies and gentlemen, she sued her attorney. This woman, y'all just don't realize. So the attorney that represented her in her custody, in her child support thing, the judge ruled in her favor and said, Jamal has to pay your court costs. Her court cost was $15,000 because she doesn't understand the system and how the system works. She had a court order that was enforced by the judge. So all she had to do was submit the paperwork to the court in order to get the $15,000 paid. She done pissed off her lawyer so much and so bad. I guess whatever the situation happened between the two of them, it didn't get filed. So guess what she decided to do? She turned around and contacted the state bar trying to get the attorney disbarred because she couldn't figure out a way to get her $15,000 worth of stuff paid, but she had a court order that guaranteed Jamal to pay it. So even if she had to go get another attorney to submit what the court had already deemed legal for her to do. But instead of her using her cognitive reasoning skills or going to get some wisdom somewhere, she sues her attorney. So you know what he does? He says, you know what? I'm done with you. I'm done with this whole case. Be done. And he just left.
Yeah.
So she never even got the 15 grand that she was supposed to get to pay for her attorney's fees back in those times. Now, whether or not she's gotten it since then, I don't know. But this woman has a pattern of behavior. Not only that, she talked to the judge crazy.
I saw that clip.
You're not going to get very far talking to the judge like you ain't got no sense. Now, I realize sometimes you can get frustrated with the legal process. Trust me, I know. You can get frustrated because people will do all kinds of things thinking that they slick and they're getting away with a lot, right? Mm-hmm. And then when you get yourself entangled in that wicked system, and that's one of the reasons why the Bible says that Christians aren't even supposed to be going to the world system to do that, because you're not going to find honesty, integrity, and they don't care nothing about no daggone truth.
Absolutely.
They don't care nothing about no truth. That's why the Bible says we weren't supposed to do that. So that's my other piece of that. But I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I think this whole situation is disgusting. And I think, you want to know my honest opinion? I think it has more or less to do about her.
Oh, yeah.
Than it does him.
It does. It does.
Yeah, I think she was delusional enough to think that out of that one encounter that he was going to pick her out of all the women that he was already lined up to, and when she didn't get that.
Well, Brian Cohen didn't pick your tail. So I want to know, you know what I'm saying? Because from my understanding and my sources, you were passed around. I just got a text message this morning from somebody who told me you slept with them.
Oh, wow.
So don't go there with me. That's why I tell y'all, I don't come out here and nearly say everything that I could say, because I'm one of these people. Now, I did keep, a little screenshot, because people be denying stuff later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they'll delete those messages. I never said that. Oh, really?
Yeah, somebody told me they slept with you. So don't go there, lady. We got you pegged, and this is my situation with you. Go your way, get your money from. Listen, if you got to go every couple of years to get an increase from Jamal, I'm down with that. I'm with you. Do what you got to do to take care of your son. But see, let me speak to the brothers out here. Let me take my moment here to talk to the men. Because see, this is the bull job that I can't stand. And Lord help me, because you know how pissed off I am right now. I don't like these kind of men, and I don't respect these kind of brothers. Let me say this. And I want to put this nigga on the screen so y'all know clearly who I'm talking about. I don't respect men like this. You understand? Mm-hmm. This is your kid. At the end of the day, I don't care if you're looking at him as an Ishmael. God still made promises to Hagar. You understand? And if you understand the culture of church, and you understand, if you get what I'm saying, you'll get what I'm saying. If you don't understand, you won't understand. But you listen to me. You are the worst kind of person for this kind of bull jive. And it pisses me off how preachers can get in front of the congregation preaching to God's children while you deny your own children. Because let me explain to you, ladies and gentlemen, the whole Bible was written to individuals where God was trying to reconcile his people back to himself. God was trying to get his children to himself. I don't understand how you can preach from a book where God is concerned about his children while denying your own, while not looking and gazing into the eyes of your own children. I don't understand how you can get in a pulpit and preach about the love of God while denying the love to your own child. I don't care. A check and a payment does not constitute love for a child. That is just your reasonable service. That's just the minimum you should be doing to take care of your kid. Nigga, miss me with this. You can't preach to me nothing. I don't want to hear no red letter, nothing from your black behind, because you running around here with all of these children that you do not acknowledge, that you ain't putting on your damn Christmas cards. The only one that's on your Christmas cards is these kids that you claim your Isaacs are the ones that you put on the Christmas card, and you deny all of the rest of them. I don't understand this kind of stuff. And then we just allow these preachers to get away with this foolishness. And then we allow them to come out into the public, give no statements, just get up in the pulpit and act like these kids do not exist. And that includes all of you, Brian Carn, Jamal Bryant. And that's why you and Brian Carn are such good friends. That's why all of you people who do this kind of damnable stuff are such good friends, because y'all all cover for one another. You all cover for one another. And I think this is disgusting from a male point of view. Jamal Bryant, I get the fact that you don't want to have nothing to do with this woman. But at the end of the day, Jamal Bryant, you need to make sure that your son is in your presence so that your son, you can receive from your son, because who knows, your son could have the gift that's on you or the anointing that rest on you. You don't even realize that because you're not even having no time with the kid. You don't even know what's in this young man. You don't even know what you could be investing in this young man. You're just going to deny him because you had a lack of restraint. You and this woman had a lack of restraint. You had a lack of respect for each other because you raw dog one another and you produced the kid. And then at the end of the day, you're going to stand over here and talk, preach, black man, preach. How embarrassing this is. It's disrespectful to your wife. It's disrespectful to the people. You need to come out here and end this once and for all. Get this stuff over with. You need to make some kind of listen, if this was me, let me tell you what I would do. This is, ladies, I'm sorry. I know I'm going off and I'm talking.
No, go on.
I apologize. If this was me, real talk, I would bring my son to New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. When I would walk him out to the pulpit with me one Sunday morning, stand him next to me. This is what I would do as a man. This is what I would do as a man. I would kneel down on my knees in front of my son and in front of my congregation. This is what I would do as a man. And I would look my son in the eye and I would tell him in front of the whole world, I'm sorry to you. I'm sorry to you because I made a bad choice. I made a bad decision. I did things that were incorrect and dishonest and dishonorable. That's what I would do as a man of God. Are you listening to what I'm saying to you all? As a man of God, I would kneel in front of my son and in front of this whole congregation, move that pulpit out of the way, get on your knees in front of your son and say, son, you're valuable. And I hold you in high regard and I apologize for the things that I've done, that I've said that might have caused some hurt or harm to you. Now, I didn't say you had to go ahead and acknowledge the situation and the mistake that you made. That may take some more time and some more understanding, some more growth and da-da-da-da-da. But as a man, there is no way on God's green earth I would have my son, my child, something that came from me, being brought up on a platform and having to look vloggers in the face, all while I am denying my responsibilities and shucking my responsibility. Y'all can miss me with this. A real man would want his son to participate in the same lifestyle that he has. I don't want my child. I'm going to do listen to me. I'm not going to treat my child or have my child living some kind of way that is contrary to the way that I'm living. That takes a real man. Jamal, in this court hearing, you admitted to making over $40,000 a month, what I think was not even your total income.
Of course not.
It wasn't your total income. You told the court that you made $40-something thousand a month. And if that is the case, Jamal, and that was before you got married, and now your wife is going around and she's preaching and speaking, so that's income that's also being brought in the house, right? Yeah. And that's another reason why you're pissed off, because now you want to penalize Dr. Carey. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I would go ahead.
No, I can't. I like you put it perfectly. I feel that there's no excuse. Like you said, there's so many ways that he could have went about this, but that one example that I gave you or I shared, that was years ago. And at that time, that guy was a young man. So he had two situations. He had to deal with the child support situation, and then he dealt with, okay, she's not allowing me to see my child without me bringing my wife along. So now I need to get an attorney so I can go through the courts to get court ordered visitation where she has to comply and she has to do things in an appropriate way. And so there's things that he could have done where he didn't even have to interact with the son's mother. And he just said, well, moving on. So yeah.
Listen here, I would have knelt down in front of that congregation. I'd apologize to New Birth. I'd apologize to my son. I'd apologize to my wife, because the ripple effects of my poor decisions in my past was now affecting my present time. And I would plead my case in front of my congregation and say, listen, I'm trying to make better choices. But see, these people don't have no kind of humility. They don't know how to humble themselves in the sight of God. So they surely ain't going to humble themselves in your sight. And that's one of the reasons why you have this kind of problem with these preachers.
Yeah.
All of them who won't acknowledge their children. And I think this is disgusting. I'm not excusing Jamal, just like I'm not excusing her. Come on, oh, well, he didn't put on no condom, like it was so his responsibility. Trust me.
God. Yeah.
I'm like, come on, dude. And I'm just disgusted by it. Pouncy, say something, because I done talked myself into a headache almost.
Yeah, like I said, it really broke my heart whenever, like you said, they brought the child on there. And then too, I have friends who they grew up in situations like this, and it broke my heart seeing that because their parents just weren't making good decisions, they got caught in the middle of it. And it is very triggering. It is really, really messed up.
Listen, Pouncy, listen, I'm a man. I understand. I listen. I was raised. Well, I can't say I was raised by. Well, my mother and my father split up, but I lived with my father for half the daggone year. So that wasn't, it's a different situation. So you can't say my father wasn't in my life, because it was. I can't say that. I don't have that testimony. But what I can say is this. For the half of the year that I wasn't with my father, well, I'm a little bit of a different kind of kid, because I would still go see my father, even though I wasn't supposed to be around my father at the time, because he was only supposed to have me for half the year. But I would go be with my dad no matter what. So I didn't care. So, but you got to understand something. Children need their parents, both of their parents. And I think this is horrible to be named among us as believers.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could get up in the pulpit on a Sunday morning and preach about the love of God while denying love to your own children. I just don't understand it. And I know I'm harping on this, you all. It's because it baffles my mind, because I love people and I love God, and I don't want God's people to be in these types of situations either. This young man he still belongs to God.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand this. And I don't understand why the preachers who are in Jamal's life or surround Jamal's life, the people that speak into these people's lives, don't pull them to the side and say, hey, what are you going to do to fix this, bro? Are you even trying to fix this? Like, is that something that you're trying to work out? And then people say, well, why you vloggers, y'all just want to talk about people. Who else is going to discuss this in this type of a manner?
Exactly.
A lot of them are surrounded by yes men.
Yeah. And that's why they won't say nothing, Pouncy. It's disgusting.
That's it.
It's disgusting. I had every intention of playing my video, y'all, but y'all gonna get the replay tonight. And I'm gonna give y'all the replay, because I'm gonna be honest with you. This video was over 3 hours long. I'm telling y'all right now, I went through it.
You did. I remember. I watched it, but I just don't remember everything. So yeah, please do put it up again.
And I did. I had a guest. I brought on Marjorie Tabb, Miss Justice. I brought on Ms. Justice to give me a female perspective, because I always tell you guys, I don't just want you to hear it from me, because I know I'm never going to see it from how y'all see it. I'm only going to see it from my vantage point. And my vantage point is both of these people ain't shite. I'm just keeping it 100. Yeah. She ain't no good and he ain't no good. But what she just took her no good to a whole new level for me.
Yeah.
Because this right here, I hate to say this. This right here was the nail in your coffin, lady. This right here, Jamal Bryant is never going to have anything to do with you because of what you just did right here. If you thought he wasn't having anything to do with you before, he really ain't gonna have nothing to do with you now. Your goose is cooked. Your egg is fried.
So is that wig. Oh Lord.
Listen, you are finished. Let's put the wig full blast so y'all can see it. I'm so sick of y'all. You're done, lady. You don't realize how much you're done. You're done. You just don't realize how bad your goose is cooked. And your goose is cooked. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I tried to explain it to you. Sometime when you push a man to a certain level and to a certain situation, and I don't know what kind of conversation him and this woman done had to where Jamal was like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I know one thing: Jamal's been running from this woman a long time, and he ain't got tired yet. When she had to force him to take a paternity test, he was running.
He looks so exhausted in that picture.
Because he was running. And I think Brittany has a really good question. Brittany says, how do you apologize for having a fake doctor on your platform, but have no remorse or apology for the son that you rejected? It's shameful. It's absolutely shameful. And what a wonderful point, Brittany Law.
I think he thinks he could recover from the fake doctor, but he can't recover from the son thing, which is still messed up, that he would still not be,
You
do the
can't
right
recover
thing.
from this.
I wasn't
there's
aware
no
that even
recovering.
happened, but yeah, he definitely just did that for the views and attention, apparently. Because I don't even believe he was remorseful about it. It's just, yeah.
Well, Jamal is a ham. Let's just all let's face that. Jamal is a ham. Him and Dr. Carey they gonna take pictures. They gonna spin around in their nice, glorious outfits. They are hams. Okay. And what I've come to understand and just come to grips with, they are millennial pastors.
Yeah.
They're millennial pastors. Millennial pastors are with the dressing, with the slang, with the culture. They want to be acclimated in whatever's going on and trending in culture. That's going to be Jamal Bryant, right?
Yeah.
So that it is what it is. But you guys, if y'all support the channel tonight, and I don't mean financial, what I mean by come back and watch the darn video again. Don't have me to post this and go edit this and repost it and you don't watch it. Because I promise you, if you sit and watch what I have put together with the two of them, it explains everything. It explains everything. I'm just over it. I'm over it. But shout out to Tasha K. I keep saying that. Tasha K did her thing again. I don't know how she does it. Tasha K, you do your thing, and I take my hats off to you. I really do. Because Tasha K will sit there in that chair. And what really got me is when Tasha K started crying. When that little boy came up on that, walked over there, I said, I wonder, does she know the whole background to
No,
this?
she don't. She don't know.
And I was like, oh man. And I'm just like, this lady is a whole mess. And the Jamal and her is a trip. Tasha K. If you ever come by this and somebody send this to you, both of these ninjas ain't no good. She ain't no good and he ain't no good.
That's it.
Somebody say you better make a bunch of 3-minute clips and long. Listen, listen. Every piece of AI software that they claim and makes all of these wonderful clips is all bull jive.
Right.
I don't even care if it's Opus Clips. I can name them all. What's Exemplary AI, Minvo. I done tried all of these software for this. Trust me, because I'm a software. I actually review the software for the companies. All of them is garbage. Okay. All you have to literally hire someone whose job is to make these clips.
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to tell you all, because most of the AI don't even give you complete thoughts. It'll cut it off in the middle. You just be like, oh Jesus, this is never gonna work. Never gonna work.
Sound crazy. Yeah.
Now maybe today I might try to see if I can use a different program. I'm gonna see y'all, but y'all need to go watch my video. As a matter of fact, let me put the link. This is a 3-hour video. This video will explain to you, because I really don't even want to run it again. Y'all just go watch it. Go watch my video. It's already up there. You ain't even got to wait for me to rerun it tonight. Go look at my video. Because listen, some of y'all so crazy. Y'all be sending me stuff. They be like, Marcellus, I'm watching your video from 4 years ago. And y'all will tell me something that I said. I'll be like, did I say that? And then I got to go back and watch my video from 4 years ago. And because I don't have Lynn, because Lynn and Moni is the ones that remember every freaking thing that I say. I'll be like, did I say that? They be like, yeah, you said it. It's like, oh, man. But I'm just disgusted by all of this. I'm not disgusted by it's the son part for me.
Yeah.
I could literally cry, you all. I could literally cry because I have friends who never met their father before. I know people who have never met their parent before or one of their parents before. I know the toll that takes on a child's emotion. And this is why Jamal Bryant, I say forget her. At the end of the day, it's about him.
Yeah.
And as a man, you disgust me for that. That's the part where you disgust me. Now this woman, she ain't telling everybody the whole truth about herself. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. She not telling the whole truth. Talking about, oh, I met him through MySpace and a massage. Okay, lady. If that's the story you want to go with. But you all are disgusting people. And I don't know why as adults we just can't admit. That's why I have so much respect for real hoes. Let me tell you something. Let me explain something about a real hoe. Let me tell you something about a real hoe. I be fascinated. If y'all know me, I talks to everybody. Including the hoes. I talk to the hoes too. Let me tell you something. The women of the evening, I will tell you they have some of the best conversations because I guess they're used to talking to men, right? Let me tell you something. Them hoes will tell you the straight up truth. What I don't understand is why grown-ups just can't tell the truth about things. It is what it is. If you sleep with the person, you sleep with the person. It is what it is. If it was a jump off, it was a jump off. You know, you sitting up here trying to justify, oh, I was hired to do a massage. And the next thing I know, his clothes. Okay. I was walking in the grocery store one day. I told y'all I got a million stories. So I was in the grocery store. I don't know what happened. I just walked in the grocery store. You know how when you walk in the grocery store, all the cash registers are near the front of the door when you first walk in. You know, you walk in and then you go around or whatever to get into the grocery store. So I walk into the grocery store. Now, I haven't even got a basket in my hand because I probably was going for one or two things because I'm driven like that. You know, real men or men in general, when we go to the store for one thing, we go for that one thing. We don't be trying to pick up 95,000 things like you ladies do. I'm just saying. So I went in there. I ain't had no basket, no nothing. This woman was pushing a basket and she got within, I don't know, maybe 10 feet of me. She pulled her basket up to me and started talking to me. And the moment she started talking to me, I said, oh, this a hoe. I said, this a hoe, because the hoes have a different type of conversation. I'm just trying to tell you. Because I've been talking to temple whores. I told you, I've been in the church my whole life. And let me tell you something. Temple whores talk a little bit different than the whores out in the world. Let me just tell you, there's a little bit of a language difference because of the culture, right? So she started talking to me. And in the midst of her talking to me, she hands me her business card. Y'all want to know what she does for a living? What do you think she does for a living?
Oh, Lord.
She's a massage therapist.
God. See?
So she hands me her business card. And I take one look at the business card. And I'm like, uh-huh. And so you know me. If y'all don't know me, I chum it up with her. I'm like, okay, whatever. If I had that need, give me a little massage, I give you a call, I ain't have no intention of calling this woman, right? So I took the card and went on about my business. And I was like, I started laughing so hard when I was going through the grocery store because I was like, it's a trip how some people just maneuver through the world.
Yeah.
I got other stories I can't tell y'all. Were y'all into my private live when I talked to y'all about the young man that I was dropping off one night and he was going to go visit a lady of the evening? Did I tell y'all that story?
I heard the replay.
Yeah. Y'all need to get y'all a private membership because I don't be playing. Y'all need to get you a private membership. I don't be playing. I tell y'all the straight up truth, and I don't hide because listen, y'all need to understand what you're dealing with. And church people y'all play too much. Jamal, you play too much. And I don't have no grace for you. Ain't no more grace. You'll probably call Brian Carn and he'll be justifying why you don't have to speak to your children like he don't acknowledge his. Sons of, and you all be talking about these people are preachers and prophets and bishops and things.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I'm just saying. I'm done because I'm too dang on mad to even talk with any clarity because I'm so upset. Ladies, you guys give me your final thoughts and I'm out of here because I'm pissed. Any one of y'all could start talking.
So I was gonna say just two things. For some reason, y'all remember the pink sauce lady?
Yeah.
Her mindset reminds me of that pink sauce lady.
I kind of remember her. I remember the pink sauce, but yeah.
You're gonna have to send me a link for the pink sauce lady. Now I done drew a blank.
It happened a little while ago, yeah. But other than that, but to pray for the child because he didn't choose to be in that situation. Yeah,
he got a hoe for a mama and a hoe for a daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dr. Being Beautifully Honest. Go ahead.
Well, I hope she gets the attention that she's looking for because she's definitely going to get it. But ultimately, like you said, the child is the victim. And I hope that Jamal can just come to a realization that all of this stuff that he does for, the public with all the other stuff he's been doing. And then, of course, with the church, he can realize that none of that stuff really means nothing until he really gets it right with not just this child, but the other children that he has as well. Because it's just not a good look.
I'm going to wade in the water for Daryl. Daryl, you better move quickly because that link has been pinned. But all I'm going to tell y'all is this, man. As a man, don't come up here telling me nothing about your ragged ass pastor. And I'm trying to choose my words nicely and I'm being nice. Don't do that. Your raggedy pastor made this baby when he was going through a divorce. Don't come up here with that stupid foolishness. Now, I let y'all get away with this stuff, because I'm trying to be nice. But this, you know what? Your pastor ain't even the most important person in this situation, you nimnut. The kid is the most important person in this situation. F your pastor, and you tell him what I said. I'm over it. Y'all need to stop it. You don't never put the priority where the priority should be. The priority should be with the kid, not with these ninjas. And you know what? Then this is why I tell y'all I had to come out of church. The church culture always takes up for the preacher no matter what the victims have to experience.
That's it. No matter
this little boy in this situation is a victim. He's a victim of his mother's bad choices and his father's bad choices. He's a victim. And now he's going to have to navigate his way through the world. And Jamal, man, I don't know. Some men wait for the kid to get older and to reach out to them in hopes that they'll have a relationship with the kid outside of the mother. You wait, but you're missing all of the formative years and the good years where you can really pour into him and really nurture him and see what gifts that he may possess. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand this kind of thinking, you all. I really don't. And there's just no way. I remember I had a neighbor one time. He made a lot of money, but this one we lived on 18th Street. For those of you that are in Winston-Salem, we lived behind the projects at one particular time. My mother and I couldn't even live in the government house. We had to live behind the government house. Now it was in an apartment because if you lived and you lived in an apartment, that means you were paying the bills and the government wasn't helping you, right? So we behind the projects, and there was a guy who made a lot of money, and he made a baby with one of these chicks that lived in the building. And I've never seen a man go off on a woman the way I saw this man go off on this woman when he came to pick up his kid. Real talk, y'all. He came to pick up his kid, and this baby didn't have on no shoes, no clothes, no nothing, and had a sucker like stuck to the diaper. Like the sucker was stuck to the diaper. He was pissed. Y'all hear me? He went off on her. I I don't understand how you got all this money I'll give you for this kid and dress, because he made money. You could tell.
Yeah.
You could tell. I don't know if he was a drug dealer or what, but he had cash because he drove well too. I said, he went off on that chick. And he was dead serious. And I was like, oh man, this is so unfortunate. Because some men do care about how their kids look, even though they're not with you. I got a friend right now, I know for a fact, him and his baby mama, they do a tug of war with the clothes. She'll send him over with the kids with raggedy clothes and expect for the kids to go with him with these raggedy clothes on. He will go and get all new clothes for the kids, dress them up real nice, take pictures, go do whatever, live their life. And he was sending the clothes home with him until she kept sending the kids back with the raggedy clothes, because he was like, wait a minute, I'm buying you clothes. Why did she keep sending you back over here with these raggedy clothes on? So guess what he started doing? I'm not sending the good clothes home with you anymore. You can only have the good clothes when you come over here. I said, damn, the kids is losing every which way.
Every which way. I've heard it all. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
I just cannot stand this, you all. You all don't understand. I cannot stand this kind of stuff. And to be honest with you, this is one of the reasons why I believe the court should get more involved in a more integral way when it comes to the rearing of the children. A father should not get away with not being present in their child's life. It should almost be forced in a sense. And I'm sorry, this is just what I'm sorry. Unless the father or the mother starts harming the child, I don't give a good nothing. The father and the mother should be in the child's life, period. I don't care if it's for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, a month. Whatever they have to do, it should almost be forced. It's unexcusable in what we know in society and the mental toll that it takes on children, and what we know about children who grow up without their parents, for us to continue to let this happen in society. Yeah. It's disgusting. And we all know he's going to have issues later. Every single one of us knows it. Go ahead, Daryl. You're live on the Mad Church Disease channel.
What's going on, everybody? Can y'all hear me okay?
A little bit. You sound like Max Hedry. You got to get into a better spot, though. Go for it, bro.
All right. I'm literally leaving a place with my sister, helping her out with the situation that she's up against, raising a single young man right now as we speak. So this is personal for me right now. This is very personal for me. I'm not even going to talk about the fact as a minister of the gospel, how he's handling this, but man to man, nigga, you better step it up. This is disgraceful.
It is disgraceful.
It's disgraceful, and it's both parents are trifling.
Yeah.
Both of them. This little innocent boy has no business dealing with the situation that he's dealing with. Jamal, old buckethead behind, who's still living off the teat of his dad. And you're telling me that you are literally having a grown little boy in this world that don't know his own dad, and he's on platforms, on television, all over the world, doing all this kind of stuff, and you got a young man that don't know who you are. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
I hear that.
I'm trying my best to hold it in from tears coming down my
eyes.
Because this is frustrating.
I am the same way.
It's incredibly frustrating.
Listen to me, Daryl. I've had to hold back my tears this entire show, and the madder I got, the lesser I wanted to cry, because I'm pissed off.
I want to fight. I want to fight.
Yeah. This is ridiculous, bro. He couldn't even be my friend.
No, not at all.
I won't tolerate this.
No. If I thought out one of my friends was doing this right here, oh no, we're no longer friends. That's for real. We're done. We're done. And I'm for real. Y'all think I'm playing? I have done it. I had a friend who was cheating on. I found out he was cheating on his wife, and I found out about it. And he was a deacon at a church, and I found out about it. Guess what? I haven't spoken to him in years. I don't even know where he at right now. I couldn't even tell. And we had been friends for years. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
You want me to look your wife in the face, and you know you sitting up here doing all of this shenanigans? Man, you better get up out of here. I don't play that kind of stuff. I do not play that.
Right. No.
I don't play preachers having concubines on the side, whether they male or female.
That part. I've cut people off for less, so I definitely understand that.
And,
Yeah,
and
I
this is
understand
why.
that.
Do y'all remember that video of that brother in Baltimore that stepped up to Jamal and
Yes,
told
I
him?
was
Do you
thinking
remember that?
about him when you were speaking, Dario.
This is why they recognize him. That man went to him and said, "You can't speak to me as a minister because you're trash."
Mm.
And he couldn't say nothing.
Turned around and walked away.
Turned around and walked away.
He damn near ran away.
Yeah, he ran out the city. That's all in Atlanta.
Child.
This is embarrassing to his family. He has little girls, grown women in college, and you acting like this.
I hate these subjects because I get so mad. Lord forgive
It's
me.
infuriating. And
Yeah.
I got some things to say about Tasha K, but this ain't the time or the place for that. Let's focus on
Oh
No,
Lord.
in all honesty, y'all, I don't like how she's marketing this. I'm just gonna be blunt about it, but this is not the time. It's in time for it. You gotta remember, she don't like Christians. She's openly saying.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
true. Yeah.
But you know what, Daryl, this is how I view Tasha K when it comes to that situation. I'd be like, maybe the Christians that Tasha K has ran into have all been so fake and phony. You know what I'm saying? And they never appeared to her as to talk to her like a real person. That's why when people encounter me, especially people who come to the Mad Church Disease channel, you all are shocked that I talk the way that I do. And I'm so free with being myself because you all have to wear masks all the time. And you're uncomfortable with a person who, yes, I love God. Yes, I love his people. Yes, I try to, walk a narrow line. But if you cross that line, you might get your behind cussed out. I don't even hide the fact that I might slice your throat verbally. I'm just telling you. I don't hide my stuff. And if I get horny tonight and I feel like I done made a mistake, I'm gonna tell you, Lord, I done dropped the ball. I don't hide my stuff. You all hide your stuff. I don't hide my stuff.
And I wanted to interject there because Dario, I just wanted to mention this because you may not know, because Marcellus, you're like really on to something. She's shared her story before, and if you don't know, she's actually the victim of molestation by an uncle.
Jesus.
And her family, I believe she said her grandfather was like the pastor of a church, and her mother and people in her family, they were Christians. So I'm not giving an excuse. She's not like I blanketed hate all Christians, but I feel like if she sees hypocrisy, she speaks
calls
to
it out.
Exactly. So it's not that she's like, well, I'm a Buddhist and I hate all Christians. That's just her belief, but she actually has team members who are devout Christians. And I would say if she hated Christians, I don't believe that she would have them working with her and allowing them to express their beliefs as well. So I just wanted to, point that out because she's
appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think here's the thing about that. Like I said, I don't believe that she's really encountered the type of Christians who are real. Right. I think she's listen, real Christians, we don't play these games. And we call things out for what they are. Now, I have a friend who's an atheist. He can't stand the church.
Yeah.
We stand in my living room sometimes, be yelling at the top of our lungs, but I love him just the same. And I'd be like, look, dude, you just seeing this in a bad way. I remember he's married now. I remember the first time he encountered his wife and he tried to argue me down that he wasn't in love with this woman. He was so trying to have this male bravado that he didn't even want to admit to the fact that he had fallen in love. He didn't want to admit to me, which I could see it all over him. I was like, dude, and I'm the kind of friend where I'd be like, nigga, you in love with this woman. Why you lying? And you standing in my living room lying about this woman when you know you're in love with this woman. I have seen all of the women that you have been with, and you are not acting the same with this woman. This woman is different.
Yeah.
And all of your other women, and I know this woman is different. And he literally had to, he was sitting in my living room, y'all standing in my living room, rather, because we was arguing at the time. He was standing up in my living room going, and he had to stop talking, put his arms down, and just stand there and look at me. And I didn't stop talking, just like I'm talking to y'all. I was like, nigga, you love this woman.
Yeah. And
I'm like, as much as you want to sit up here and play this game with me, I don't play these games with my friends. And I don't play these games with nobody. Lynn and these people behind the scenes who know me, they will tell you, I talk to y'all regular. I don't play this. I don't come on here trying to pretend like I dot every I and cross every T. No, I make mistakes just like you. I'm not perfect, just like you. I'm not gonna sit up here and try to pretend like I don't get angry. I try not to sin, but I'm just trying to tell y'all, I'm just like you. I get mad too. I think because we in these little boxes, people think some kind of way that we got halos over our head. No, I got horns and halos, nigga, just like you. I'm just saying, the Bible says that our hearts are desperately wicked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. We as Christians have to stop playing these games. I don't even know how you could be a friend of Jamal's. That's the thing. Where are the men in Jamal's life? Like, bro, what are you doing? I would have been like, I'd have been on call Jamal and be like, bro, don't make me go pick up your son. I'm that dude. I'd be like, don't make me go get him. Do not make me go get him, because I will go and get him on my own dime, and I will knock on your door with your son standing right next to me, because that's the kind of friend I am. Where are his friends? Where are his real friends? Jamal, you must not have no real friends. You ain't got
I don't
no
think
friends.
he has any. Yeah,
you ain't got none. There's no way in the world you could. There's no way. No way.
Yeah.
No way. Pouncey, being beautifully honest, go ahead, Pouncey.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say yes, men and enablers, and like you said, nobody can really check him because they're all doing the same things. Like you said with that other guy before, he's not gonna say anything because he knows they're all probably running around in the same circles. He probably saw the other guy at the massage parlor or coming out of the massage parlor before he went in, so
I just
they
want to
can't say
tell y'all,
anything.
I'm going to repeat it for y'all again. Y'all think when I say these things that I'm being, just overly whatever. When I tell y'all these preachers be passing these females around, trust me when I tell you they be passing them around. That ain't something I made up. How do y'all think I found out about the preachers and the massage stuff? That didn't just start. These preachers been doing that.
It's crazy. All this stuff is like, whoa, it is crazy.
They've been doing it. I told you all years and years ago. I even mentioned to you guys about their little sex rings. Y'all don't think that that's a real thing, but yes, it's a real thing. When they realize that they can sleep with this one and sleep with this one, whether male or female, I want to make that clear. He's a man and he's sleeping with a man. All of them have these little circles that they get into, and they hold each other's secrets. And you know why they hold each other's secrets? Because they feel like they're sleeping with somebody who has as much to lose as they do. So they try to only sleep with the people that they feel like is gonna, if they come out and say something, they have as much to lose as they do. So they create these little, I don't even know what you want to call them.
Little circles.
Yeah, these little circles, these little nasty rings. Because let me tell you what makes it nasty for me. It's not the fact that you're same gender loving or whatever you want to call it. That's not the situation. What is that you have no morals.
None.
You have no values about how you do yourself. Because even if you in the LGBTIA community, you ought to have some morals about how you conduct yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You shouldn't be sleeping with everybody and everything and going all here and there and everywhere. No, you should conduct yourself in a manner that is conducive to a respectable person, period.
Yeah, some of them are moving like STDs don't exist.
And that's where you lose my respect. It had nothing to do with you being in the LGBT. You lose my respect when you nasty about how you move in the world. You're going around with this one and that one and this. And I'm the same way with my friends. I'll be like, dude, don't come to my house. Listen, I done told y'all some stories behind the scenes. I'm gonna stop because I get mad every time I start talking about this kind of stuff. And not all birds of a feather flock together, because I've had some niggas around me that I didn't even know what they were doing until I found out, and now they no longer around me.
That part.
It is just what it is, because I didn't know them niggas was that kind of. I got a whole video on here called buzzards, buzzards and eagles. I don't befriend buzzards. I soar with eagles. Anything that's next to me is gonna fly high. Everything around me has got to come up, and I mean that.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it there. And that ain't being braggadocious. I'm just trying to tell you, everything around me comes up. I don't even want I'm not trying to leave my friends behind. I want my friends to be blessed. I want my friends to have stuff. You the only one in your circle that's blessed. You don't never try to make sure that the people that are surrounding you. See, that's when I got to look at people funny. I ain't lying. I don't like that kind of mentality. Go ahead, Daryl.
Sorry, I had to go. I had to take a phone call, but I was cussing while I'm talking at the same time. But no, man, I think like I said, my heart goes out to that young boy because he's in a predicament where you have two trifling people as your parents.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's up against a wall, and
Yes, he is.
it's just disgraceful and disheartening to see a leader of the church treating his children like this, man. It's just
Yeah.
it's not okay. It's just not okay. I'm literally like trying my best not to scream right now because I feel as men and as a black man in this country and knowing the hell that we're up against, the last thing we need is to see a young child deal with this in his own house.
Mm,
That's it.
Lord help me. I don't know. I have no more words, y'all.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm done. I don't have no more words. I'm disgusted. Now I know there are gonna be many vloggers talking about this. I'm probably I'll probably edit the video from the last one I did. I might rerun it simply because people need to know her situation in that story. I'm disgusted. That's all I can say. And I know Tasha K. I applaud Tasha K for at least having the interview and keeping her name out there because I know y'all trying to write her off on every occasion. But she showed, she's like a phoenix.
Yeah. I respect her work ethic, and that's definitely something I will never, I will never take that away from her. But yeah, this interview to drop on Father's Day definitely is strategic
Yes,
for
it is.
sure.
We are.
Go
I
ahead.
think also we need to pray for that young boy.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
We
absolutely.
need to. You need to lift him up in prayer
Yeah.
because this is intolerable. And Jamal better say something about this.
You're right, Daryl, because what I'm hoping, because what I had said, prior to you getting up here is my hope is I hope she gets what she's looking for out of this. And I mean, sometimes what's that old saying? Be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. I
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
believe she's going to get something out of this that she was not really thinking was going to wind up that way. But I hope ultimately it will work out for her son because I hope enough people will be on Jamal's black, to kind of force him to, acknowledge and do the right thing because this is ridiculous. How are you going to lead a Target boycott?
The hypocrisy is absurd. His daddy need to address this because that's your grandson, man.
Mm.
Bishop Bryant in Baltimore, you need to address this.
Yeah, I don't know how you care so much, but about black people, but you want to address your own grandchildren and your actual son. But let me say this,
Mm-hmm.
and to the two beautiful black women that are on this panel right now. I always applaud Tasha K because what Tasha K does as a black woman is she does what most black women have always done, and that's persevere.
Mm.
Even in the midst of all of her circumstances and situations, regardless of what you think of her, she's still persevering. And that's what our grandmothers have done. That's what our aunties
Yep.
have done. That's what our
Yep.
mothers have done. You are watching in real time a black woman simply persevere. Now, I know it's because you're saying, oh, she's the gossip columnist, whatever. First of all, this just so happened to run across me. And by the way, shout out to the Juice Radio and Talk Show because my morning routine is I normally, if I'm not watching Don Lemon, I roll over and watch Regina. I roll over there and saw Regina this morning talking about this. I said, well, wait a minute. I said, Regina must not know the history of this woman. And y'all know me because y'all know these church vloggers don't like history. Y'all know y'all got certain church vloggers around here tell you, well, history don't matter. Y'all know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's because they never want you to remember the history. Hey, Daryl, is that you? Say, oh, that is you. Okay. Daryl, go for it. Go for it, Daryl. Go for it. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. You may have to go out and come back in because I can't hear you. You muted. All right. I like history. And do y'all see why church history and the history of these stories matter? Because these people will come out every couple of years and create a whole new narrative. And that's why you always have to know the history behind these people because these people be lying. There is a liar. Oh my God. I had to do that for Lynn. These people be lying. And I can't take it because I'd be like, Lord, why? Oh, even sinners have great moral value. What y'all deem to be sinners have a lot of moral compass. Some of these sinners be better morally than the saints do. You be lying.
Exactly.
I don't know if she was a Christian. I'm not even going to say that. I don't know what the history of it, but I just find it so fascinating how all of these masseuses keep running into the men of God.
So,
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Because Gerald, I'm gonna wait for you if you want to try again, because I'm ready to go, because I'm so mad. Y'all don't realize how mad I am. I'm locked out of all my stuff. I can't get into my websites. I got so much stuff. I'm still locked out. I can't do half the work I wanted to do today. I'm still locked out. And I'm just like, and last night I tried to transfer the mailing list, our mailing list for the Mad Churches over to the database so I could update the database. I couldn't even get in. I couldn't even get in.
Yeah, one of those days. I hate that.
And I tried to reset the password, and then it said, you have made over 3 attempts, so you must now wait for 3 hours. 3 hours, I was in the bed because I had just came back from my walk, and I was like, I ain't doing this no more. Exactly. But anyway, shout out to Daryl. Shout out to Pouncy. Shout out to Being Beautifully Honest. I'm not even going to ask for no more final comments because we done. Listen here, Juice Radio and Talk Show, Regina. Y'all go over there and watch Regina's program from this morning. It was done very well. Regina, I got a video, and I'm sure you probably know the history of this. I'm gonna put the video in this chat again, and I'm gonna replay it tonight. I'm gonna go live because see, I'm gonna redo this. I don't even care if y'all don't watch. I'm gonna redo it again only because the people need to know this stuff.
Yeah, it needs to be played again.
Yeah, just people coming out here just like, oh, I'm so innocent, and I just know him from MySpace. I gave him a massage, and only. But what about all the other men that you was giving them massages to? What about that? I'm just saying.
I can't wait to watch the replay. I know that much because she just aired the trailer for that interview, and she dropped that in her app a few days ago. I just haven't had a chance to do anything yet. So when she dropped it on YouTube, I said, I know somebody's going to go ahead and it's cool to make content about it, but I've just been so drained. I haven't even had a chance
because she is a liar. Oh my God. She lying. That's why. Lady. And as soon as I get off of this live, I'm editing that video and scheduling it to go. I'm not lying. I'm sick of these people. They make me so mad. I don't know what to do. But y'all go ahead.
Let me say this about Jamal. Any of you guys that watch Real Housewives of Potomac, you know Jamal is a mess.
Yeah.
So, but this is as a man, this is trifling. And you got the nerve to call yourself a child. And Miss Carrie, I'm looking at you too, sweetheart, because this ain't looking too good for you too.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you, most new wives try to bridge the gap, but I don't know where Jamal is with this. Obviously, he's been running from this woman a long time, and he ain't got tired yet. And he has no intention of being in this woman's presence. So maybe Dr. Bryant can facilitate at least the son coming and being a part of situations. We don't know because we're not privy to that as well. But all I'm gonna say is love should outweigh a person's distrust and dislike of their baby mama. You understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's your child, and that's just how I feel about it. And I'm gonna leave it there. And yeah, I know he's pathetic. Trust me, I know Jamal is pathetic. But see, here's the other thing too. She's pathetic too. Not just him. She's pathetic too. You was going around giving these massages with your clear heels on. I'm over it. We got to get out of here. Listen, if you know, you know. And I ain't got time. I put the link in from my old show, and I'm going to replay it later tonight so y'all can watch it again. Y'all come back later today. I'll be live in the chat with you so we can chat it up and you can ask me any questions you want. But I'm here to tell you right now, man, bump her and bump him. I don't feel sorry for this lying heifer. You heard what I said. She's a lying heifer. And I don't feel sorry for this lying nigga. The two of them both are no good. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you? Neither one of them is any good. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. In the words of Joe Clark, and that's why I put them niggas out of my life. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. Please make sure that you hit the like button, and please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the bell icon, and make sure you press all notifications so that way you will never miss any of the exclusive content that comes on my channel. Make sure that you never miss a video. Now, I try to go live every day about 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then I come back at night at around 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 10:30 Eastern Standard, with some more exclusive content. So if you want more Mad Church Disease show content, we love for you to become a member, a revolutionary member of our channel. Please make sure that you hit the join button that's right next to the subscribe button or somewhere around here so that you guys can receive access to special community posts. You guys get all of the access to my community only lives, because we've got some sipping chats that we're going to be doing, and you guys will get exclusive content. So just make sure that you head on over to the channel page, click on the join button, and make sure that you do that. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate your love and support, and I'll see you on my very next video.